Hey y'all, welcome back to the Southern Cottage. I am Connie, and today I'm going to show you how to make the double whip braid. So this braid is a pain. If you know how to make the whip, it's going to be it's going to be easy. Let me just show you. Okay, let's get this thing started. So I have 4 different colors of ribbon. I did green, gray, or pewter, black, and diamond dust. So I'm going to start out one side just like we do the regular whip braid. So I measured out 2 yards of green, folded it in half so I could double it. And now I'm finding the center. So I should have 1 yard over here doubled, 1 yard over here doubled. And I'm gonna make a point, just like that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with my pewter. And at the end, I don't know how long this whip is gonna be. So at the end, we know what we've started out with. We can measure it out and we can figure out how long we need it to make different lengths of this. So I would only do this with a number 3 ribbon. If you try to go number 5, it's going to be way too big around. Let me go ahead and do the same thing with my other 2, with my black and my diamond dust. So I'm finding the middle and then making a point. And then I'll set this to the side. I'll show you what we're going to do with it in just a minute. I did double my diamond dust on this one. I don't normally do that because I don't mind the silver on the back of the diamond dust. But I went ahead and doubled it because my black is an older roll of ribbon, and it's acetate. It's not luster, and it's pretty thin and pretty flimsy. So I kind of wanted to give it a little bit of help because these 2 are going to start out woven together, and then the other 2 are going to start out woven together. So I'm going to get you up here so you can see what I'm doing to start this out down here. And then once we get it started, we're going to move over to Angel because it's easier to do when it's hanging up. So let me get you moved. Okay, I'm going to get started on one side. And this is how I start the whip. I just weave these 2 pieces together. Let me instruct on this. Here's your 2 sides. So this one I'm going to put under the back, this one, and then over that one. And now this one's going to go opposite. So it's going to go over and then under. Okay? Normally, when you're doing a regular whip, you would stop right here. You wouldn't put a staple in, but I am going to put a staple right here. It's going to help us out keeping things together, okay? Now I'm going to set that to the side, and we're going to do the same thing with the black and the diamond dust. Same thing again. I'm going to put this one behind the diamond dust and then over that second one, and this one's going to go over and behind. And then I will throw a staple in there, get it all together. Usually when you make a whip braid just like this, you have a nice clean top. This top is not going to be really clean, but you're either going to put it up under the mum head or down below, and you can just cover it up. All right, next thing we have to do is weave these 2 pieces together. So this is over So this has to go under and over. And this one goes over and under. I'm going to set this down straight so you can see what's going on. It's kind of how you would start out, what is it? The double victory. In fact, it's actually almost exactly. Okay? Now, to keep myself together, I am going to put a staple in here. That way, these are all together. Now, the way I determine which one to start with, now we start the weaving. It's the one that's farthest to the outside and on top. So this one is behind this black one. You don't want to do this because that's going to leave that open. This is on top. So I'm going to start with my left side, just like you would normally do a whip braid. You're going to wrap it around the back. You always use the top one. And then you're going to go in between these two, bring it down. Okay? And then here is where you're going to weave it through. Okay? You're always going to end up with 4 on each side. Okay? Now, this one, we went to the left side first. Now we're going to go to the right, and we're going to take the top one, wrap it around the back, and you're going to go in between the top 2 ribbons here and fold it down over. And then we're going to weave it through. And this is where it becomes a pita, right? We're trying to keep all of these ribbons together. Keep them woven together. So once we get all 4 of these back and forth, then we will be able to hang it up because it will start to form that. So I'm going back to the left, over to the right, in between these top 2, down and weave. Okay, we still have 4 over here on the right and 4 over here on the left. And I'm going to start tugging just a little bit to help us bring these together. Now we ended with the left one. We're going to go back to the right. It's the highest one up, so we're going to wrap around the back just like that, in between the top 2 on the opposite side, and bring it over. And then we're going to weave down and back up. Come on. There we go. Get all of my ribbons back in their place. So we have where did that one come from? There we go. It's over here. All right, now. Nope. Did I mess that one up? I do believe I did. So, easy fix, undo. The gray is supposed to be over there. There we go. Why is that one up there? That one is through here. Nope. I'm about to start all over. Okay. Left. You got 4 on the left and 4 on the right, okay? The top left is going to go all the way around the back, in between the top 2 on the right, and then we're going to go down, over, under, and over. And we continue to have 4 on the right, 4 on the left, okay? The next one is the diamond dust, so we're going to wrap around the back. Through the top 2 on the left, down. And then we're going to go over, under, and over. Still have 4 on the right, 4 on the left. And snug it down just a little bit. Now, back to the left. We're going to wrap that around the back. We're going to go in between the top 2 on the right. Over, under, and over. And I'm going to start snugging down a little bit. Still have 4 on the right, 4 on the left. Okay. Now we're back to the right, wrapping around the left. So around the back, in between the top 2 over here on the right. Keep them together. There we go. Over, under, over. 4 on the right and 4 on the left. Snug them down just a little bit. Left behind and to the right, in between those top 2. And you see how your top green is around the back? There's not a whole lot you can do about that. You just need to be cognizant of it. Over, under, and over. Okay. The next one on the top over here is the black. So we're going to wrap it around the back. Nope. Sorry, we just did the black. We're going to bring that back and we're going to take the green around the back. In between the top 2 over here on the left, under, over. And there we go. Now, it's at this point right here where I am going to hang it up. So give me just a minute and we'll move you over here to Angel. Okay. To stop, I just gathered all of my ribbons on the left and all of my ribbons on the right together. And then this is what your top is looking like. It's not awful, but I mean, it's not perfect, but I'm going to use that top part to hold on. And we are going to go from there and try to finish this. Let me get you up a little bit closer. I'm going to get these back in order. Okay. So I've got my black on top and then the 2 pewter and then my green on top and then the 2, yeah, okay. And then 2 diamond dust. So which one did I do last? I think I did the top green. So now I'm going to go with the top black. We're going to wrap around the back, in between the top 2 over on this side, over, under, and over. Okay? Take the top green, which is up top there, around the back, and it's going to go in between the two pewters here and down, over, under, and then over. And let's snug them down. And we're just going to keep going. The top one on each side is going to wrap around the back, go between the top two on the opposite side. And then you can snug. Keeping these together after you've woven them through is the hardest part of this. And this is truly what one of those finger gel things are. If you will look at one of those, that's exactly what one is. I think I have one. I think I looked at it, yes. And I'm like, you know what? That's a double whip braid right there. Let me see if I can do it. All right. Okay. This one's up higher, so that's the next one to wrap. Under, and then this one, I'm trying to keep all these together. Under. There we go. This is not one that you can whip out real quick because it is going to, it's going to take you a minute. This is also one that's going to take up some good space on your mum, and you're going to want to charge more for it because of the time that it takes you, the amount of space that it takes up, and the amount of ribbon that you use. Come on, where you at? There you are. Okay, I think y'all have the idea. It is coming together nicely up here. Definitely double these ribbons. Take it off of here and I'll show you a little bit. And then I'm going to finish this. And I'll be right back. Okay, I want to give you a little trick to keep these where they're supposed to be. So you're going to take the one that you're going to wrap around the back. Hold on to these other three in the back and just use your fingers to weave that one around the front. Okay? Weave it through and grab it over here, right? Same thing on this side. Grab this one. Do some adjusting here. Grab this set. This is the one we're weaving around the back, so you can actually pull it around the back with your opposite hand. Go in between and then weave it. That way you're keeping all of your right ribbons on the right side and all of your left ribbons on the left. Okay. She's done. She took a little while. Let me see how long. This made about a 25-inch whip. So I'm good with that. And that doesn't include the tail. So I have about 26 inches with the tails. And I had about this much left. So what do we do? 2 yards. Doubled, folded in half. So yard. And that was times 4. Because we did 4. We doubled this sucker up. Anyway, top's not awful. Looks just fine. The bottom, we're going to cover that up with some bows and bling, trinkets. Or we could hang it from that and have this end down at the bottom. Then I want to show you the same size ribbon in a single whip. The difference in the girth, the diameter. Look at that. This takes up way more space. Same size ribbon. Way more space. She's big. So anyway, all right, y'all. That's it. Master the whip first. Hyla, TJ, and I all have whip braid videos. Once you get that one down, then try the double. It's just a lot of ribbon to keep together, but you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Hell, I just got the whip, was it last season or the season before? I had never gotten it. I could not do it until a couple of years ago. And then I just did a double. And I think it's really pretty. There's a lot of detail on there doing 4 different colors. I like it a lot. Anyway, all right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Click the bell so you're notified every time that I upload or that I go live. I think I'm probably going to hold on to this until after camp. So it is, what is it? It's at the end of March. So we have another month. And I'm going to show the ladies at camp this, and then I will premiere this video when we get back. Anyway, all right, y'all. Thank you. I'm not going to tell you to go join our mom family, but by the time you see this, camp will be over. But go join, because we're going to have one again next year. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you very soon. Bye.